So here's something I thought y'all would appreciate. I would assume Etowah is probably about 24, 25 inches tall, 40 something pounds, 50 pounds. So when she's running, her prints are about 5.5 to 6 feet apart, even at her size. Anyway, just thought y'all would find that interesting. Here's the only other trackway we found so far. These are really close together. So I'm guessing potentially a rabbit, probably a squirrel, but I'm not an expert on tracks. I do know to look for that hind foot overstep in bear tracks and look for claw marks and things like that to tell it from a bear. But anyway, we're out looking around. We're up here by Navajo Lake in the Dixie National Forest near Cedar City, Utah. A lot of people think of southern Utah as desert, but it's got all kinds of terrain. Pretty impressive place. So if I was any kind of wild animal, I would cross right up there on that path, at least within the area I can currently see. That's where I would cross. So we're gonna have the camera already set up there, and we're gonna do a couple of calls. A lot of Bigfoot pictures are notoriously blurry, causing some people to joke that even the animal himself is blurry. But the thing is these people are not ready. So I'm gonna try to stay in the habit of when I'm squatching, already having the camera ready to roll. Go do a couple calls. It's me just adding some grunts to it. I'm sure you knew that. So we're out here with the camera set up on this trail, and I've got a good line of sight over here at about my 5 o'clock, all the way to about my, way over behind me actually. And we're not too far off the road, but it's not a very busy road, and it's pretty deep in the woods. And these things have been seen by people in vehicles before too, so I don't think that's a deterrent. I believe they probably come near us a lot more than we think they do. And they watch us. I'm hearing some squirrels way out there. Anyway, I'll turn you back on if we get something. Alright, so I'm more in the Dr. Jeff Meldrum camp. I believe there's a biological, anthropological reason for the existence of these creatures. I think they've been there. I think they've been here before we were ever here. It could be that they are the true ancient ones that inhabited this land. I know I've come across a little bit of that in some of my Native American studies. There are some that believe that, and of course, many native tribes had a word for these creatures all over the continent. But I'm gonna try a different technique. In case there is a spiritual element to these beings, I'm just gonna offer up a prayer and just let them know that I'm not here to hurt anyone. I just want to know, and I love nature, and I love the woods, and believe that we're all interconnected with this, and I'm just fascinated by these beings. I just want them to know that and ask them to feel free to make themselves known to me. So I'm not going to film that, but I just wanted to let you know that that's part of what's going to happen. So an important element of squatching is looking for sign. Now there's the obvious, boy, my voice is gone. There's the obvious, like trackways. That's a great sign if you ever come across that one. I have once, outside of Ely, Nevada. That video's on the YouTube. And I'm quite sure that's indeed what it was, for many reasons, which I'll get into through the course of these videos. Another sign you want to look for is tree structures or stick structures. Now, I have mixed feelings on those. Some of them are very, very elaborate and very large and being found more and more frequently. So if they're a real phenomena, I'm pretty sure they're Sasquatch trying to tell us not to be in their territory, probably, to be completely fair and honest. But yet here I am. Anything unnatural, like a tree that's been bent over and tucked under another tree so it'll grow that way. I saw that in Georgia. Anyway, you want to look for sign. You probably want to be a lot quieter than I am. Tom Bennett, Southern Utah Bigfoot Association. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. Squatchin. Yeah, dude, and I was just telling you, like, call out to the forest, Bigfoot, come chill with me, dog. Anyways, oh, you already turned? Oh. Yeah, so we're out here squatching, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. The weather's just, oh, what is that? Looks like there's a hawk, but it's all white. Must be a fledgling eagle or something. You probably can't see it. This camera's not so great. Oh, man. Crikey. No, that's beautiful. Oh. Dude, what is that? It's all white. It's beautiful out here, and it's only about like 40-something degrees. You can't even see your breath. It's literally a perfect day. Fresh snow everywhere. The air smells like cedar. Oh, it's a dream, dude. Anyway, so there's a lot of logging that's been done up here, it looks like. Some of it quite old, like that tree looks like it was cut down, at least in part with an axe. There's some big ones that used to grow up here. I can see the stumps. I hope there still is deep in these woods. I hope to get to explore them more. I need to partner up with somebody with side-by-side. Have more weekends available. But anyway, it's just beautiful. The Southern Utah Bigfoot Association. Alright, hey, we're gonna address something else that's come to mind too. So, obviously, when somebody's skeptic, which we should always be, healthy skepticism is very important. We should always sort out the fake in this study before our detractors do. A lot of people say, oh, okay, you found a footprint or even a trackway of footprints. How do you know those aren't just a person? All right. One thing you want to look for is, are they close to a road? If they're super close to a road, the chances go up exponentially that it was likely a person. Doesn't mean it was.
Where the tracks far apart, obviously Bigfoot, when they're full grown, everybody thinks, oh, Bigfoots are 8 foot tall. No, they go up to that. They grow, just like we do. They're mammals. They probably start off quite helpless, hanging on to mama's fur. But generally the tracks are going to be more spread apart than ours. And obviously Dr. Jeff Meldrum's already addressed the foot morphology in a big way. It's more of a flat foot with a mid-tarsal break, if you're lucky enough to pick up that detail. It seems like the toes are either pretty much straight in line and wide and kind of spread out, like feet that haven't been in shoes their whole lives. Or you might even have divergent toes a little bit nowadays. It's likely these things are inbreeding. Anyway, I wanted to do something that's going to suck really bad, but it's going to prove a good point. Oh, and also, if the tracks are far apart or they're slides, like did the footmark slide forward? Because that shows it was a man jumping or a kid or somebody jumping, trying to make fake Bigfoot prints. So, sorry, I'm talking super fast. I just don't want to forget all that. One thing I'm going to do that's going to suck really bad. I hate the cold. I hate getting my hands and feet cold. My van's not far away. I'm not really worried about it, and this is dry snow. I'm going to pull my boot and sock off and step in the snow and show you what a human, big old size 9 human footprint looks like in the snow, so you'll know when you see one. And there'll probably only be 1 or 2 because it's cold. Okay, y'all, so I've removed my boot and my sock. And look, this here is up underneath the cedar tree. It's good, or fir, maybe. This ground is nice and kind of loamy, I think is the term. It's got like a lot of organic material in it. It's soft, that's my point. I'm putting all my weight on this foot right here. I have been for a while. I'll pick my foot up. Look. You got a little bit of my heel. That's about it. A little bit of that side, no toes. Now, I'm not a big dude, about 155. But I just want to show you, a man isn't going to leave a track in that, pretty much, period. So that's, if you see a track and it's deep, something big might have made it. Alright. Probably film my face, because I'm probably going to scream like a child. Okay. It's cold. Man footprint. Looks flat still, although I have a pretty defined arch because the snow kind of takes it up. Big toe's prominent and sticks out a little bit more than the others, which are all very close together because I've wore shoes and much less cowboy boots for a long time. You can see a little bit of foot morphology there. So a big footprint's not going to come up in the middle like that. It's going to go down flat. Might be a mid-tarsal break. Toes would probably be more splayed, and it's going to be a lot deeper. That only went in about 1.5 inches.